Welcome to Wrestling with Success, the best and only podcast for the wrestlers of tomorrow. Please welcome your host, Nigel? Oh, right. Your host and future champion, Neil McMillan.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to episode 33 of the Wrestling with Success podcast. And as you can tell by the background noise, I am not recording this at the confines of my home. No, I am recording this on the road. I am recording this on the way to the next show, to the Bulphan Rumble, the 30-man Rumble. I'm on my way to the show. I'm on my way to pick up one of the talent. I'm on my way to pick up Little Success himself, Bean and Brown. On my way to pick him up, and I thought for this episode we can go through and whoa, I need to check my directions at the same time. I have not thought this through. Hold up, because I know I'm coming close. I'm coming up to him. This is highly unprofessional, but I've closed my app. I'm in trouble. I don't know where I'm going. Here we go. I'm 12 minutes away. You got 12 minutes of an intro. So I'm on my way to the show. I thought it'd be good to do an episode recording that, my thoughts, my feelings, where my head's at before it, and then we can talk about after it. So like I said, I'm on the road, on the way to pick up Little Success. I'm picking him up, then we're going to the venue. We wanted to get there a little bit early. We're doing some training there, but it's not so much more for the training, it's more for the fact that I want to kind of get a feel for the venue, get comfortable rather than just getting thrown in the deep end, not knowing what to expect by turning up at 3. So I wanted to give myself enough hours to kind of ease myself into the show and for the event. And this one's a special one because not only is it my debut for Dropkixx, so effectively my first proper real debut for that promotion, but it's also one's this event. I've got lots of friends and a few people from work coming to see me, who I'm sure are going to have a whale of a time coming to see me in my suit trousers, topless, there for the world to see. So I've got all my good wrestling friends. I've got about 5 of them coming. They're coming to watch me in the show, and afterwards, after we've packed down the ring, after I've finished the show and hopefully not broke my neck or anybody else's neck, I'll be going to my friend's house. So we can all have a few beers and then watch the actual Royal Rumble. So I'm going to win this Royal Rumble, and I'm going to win the Bulphan Rumble, and then I'm going to go and watch the crappier Royal Rumble, the B grade Royal Rumble on the WWE Network with a few friends. But not only that, I've got a few people at work, and now people at work, it's not even in their headspace. They can't even contain the fact in their head that I am a wrestler, so I'm sure they don't know what to expect or anything at all. But my boss from work, he's coming to see me with his wife, his poor wife, who probably could think of other better things to do on a Sunday afternoon. But they're coming to see me, and all he said is make sure I actually beat someone up, because every time I post my videos, it's always of me getting beaten up, which has got a point. No problem. I'm a heel. I like to sell. And his other thing was, he wants to see me pull somebody's armpit hair. I have no idea why. But I think he said it as a kind of off the collar comment. But I have the full intention now of, when I get to the show, finding a talent with desirable enough armpit hair that I can yank for his pleasure during the Rumble. So I need to figure out the numbers in between mine, who's in the ring with me at the time, and find one of the hairiest motherfuckers, whack him in the corner in the direction of my boss, and yank on that armpit hair. Which I'm pretty sure I'll get some heel heat or some sort of reaction for that, because it's fucking strange as shit. But so that's one intention. I also message my friends today, just let them know whether you cheer me or you ruin me, whatever reaction you want to give me, make sure it's loud and proud, and don't hold back. Give it to me, or the louder you are, the more I will play up, and the better I'll perform for you. So yeah, friends and family are there. It's a 30-man, so and it's a lot of the talent I actually know, I've trained with. So it's a lot more comfortable. I'm going in a lot more comfortable and a little bit more. I'm in my comfort zone a little bit more than I was on the last one. But yeah, two great experiences though. On my way now. I haven't really eaten a lot today. I've got my lunch. I've got my pasta, my carbs ready to go to chow down. Bit of energy, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, I'm on my way to pick up Little Success. I'm ready for this one. I'm in it. I know I'm in there for a little bit longer. You can tell I'm hesitating. There's some sort of stuttering going on. That's because I'm not sure whether to tell you my entry number, where I am, because I do know that, but I haven't been telling anyone, because obviously I want it to be a surprise. But this is going to be out tomorrow, so I'm going to reveal all. My entry number is number 13. And I eliminate people. I'm going to leave it there, because we'll talk about that after. I'll reveal all on the second part of the show, after I've picked up Little Success, after I've successfully won the Rumble, or have I? Spoilers. I've won the Rumble, and when I'm on my way to my friend's house, I will record the second one. And I tell you, not only am I excited for this Rumble, but I'm excited for what's going to happen after that Rumble. When I can sit in my friend's house, my pal's house, sitting there, watching a Royal Rumble, not having to worry about taking any of the bumps, and I'm just going to have at least 3 beers. I was going to say 13, but I could never manage it. 3 beers, and then at least half a pizza, because I don't think I'll be able to manage a pizza anymore. But I'm going to go to town. I am just going to gorge. I am ravenous right now. I could eat. I'm driving past a farm and there's cows on there, and I'm half tempted to stop the car, jump the fence, RKO one of those motherfuckers, and go caveman and eat one. That's how hungry I am. I'm a hungry bear. But it's all worth it. I need to stay trim for that show, because I've got to be topless in front of all my peers. So, literally around the corner from Little Success, I'm going to do a few shenanigans with him. He's entry number 14, so he's straight after me. So Beard and Brown, Little Success. There'll be some shenanigans within the Rumble with it. So I'm going to talk through some ideas with him now as well, before we go in. But apart from that, guys, the next time you hear my voice, it will be from after the Rumble. Well, I've just been in a Rumble. Oh no! As I'm recording this, I've put their headphones on. I've got the headphones and I've got the sat nav to guide me home. And as I'm trying to record this, I've just heard fucking Siri, or whoever the bozo is that tells me the navigation's home, shout in my ear at the same time. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but if I sound like I'm flustered, it's because I've got this man telling me where to go in my ear at the same time. So I'm spinning plates, guys. I'm spinning plates. So I've just finished the Rumble, and wow, a great time. One hell of a show. Like, really, honestly, from top to bottom, a really good show. We overrun a little bit, and it took a long time to get out of there. There was a lot of people. There was a good probably 100 plus people in there today, and yeah, it was definitely well worth it. Did my spots with Little Success, got there, had a few promo shots with people, with the photographer there, so hopefully see how they turn out. Some with Little Success as well. And then, yeah, was just kind of waiting around. Oh, now there he goes. He's shouting in my ear again. Taking a roundabout into the A13. You mother... I can't even turn it off. If I turn it off, I've got the risk of dying or like getting 2 points on my license. So this is a struggle for me. I can't record a podcast while he's shouting in my ear. See, completely thrown off track. He's done me. I've just been mugged off by Siri. So yeah, we got to the venue, did the promo shots, and then afterwards, I didn't end up doing any training. Like before you know it, like bam, it was 3 o'clock and there was an hour to the show. So it was a case of getting the extra, and we all got told to get our ring gear on as soon as possible, so there's no faffing in between. There was not a lot of space where we were at Bulphan for 30 plus ring talent, but it actually worked out fine. Like it would have been hell if it was raining, because a lot of people were just kind of jamming outside whilst everyone else was getting changed, so there was room to mingle. Whereas if it was raining, everyone would be stuck in the back. But it was a good atmosphere, good locker room in the back as well. Saw some familiar faces. Mitch Davis, the Wolf Mitch Davis, making his return as well. Maverick Mayhew and all the guys in the back. So then before you know it, the show starts. It was the crowd was very flat at the beginning. But Aidan and Gary Lagden, they tore it up, and they got the crowd going straight away. So it took a little like within 2 minutes. It took 2 minutes for the crowd to get into the show, and then they were up and running. And then there was another good tag team match that had the crowd going, and a good brutal streak fight that had the crowd going as well. And then interval came. Now's the time to get that nervous wee feeling, that feeling where it's like, I need a wee, but is it a wee? I'm not sure if it's a wee. I'm still going to try for a wee. I did a little wee, but is that an actual wee, or am I weeing because I'm nervous weeing? So the nervous wee. If anybody's on a pre-show, they know what I'm talking about. Got that. Had some energy gel to kind of boost me up. Did a few press ups to try to look a little bit more buff than I did. And then went in there, and it was carnage. Absolute carnage when I got in there. It was good. I got a good pop, but I think majority of it's because my friends and family were there, and some people from work were there. So I got a good pop, which was quite good, even though I'm a heel. I got in there, and it was carnage. So I thought, I've got to get my spot in before my timer runs out, because I was walking around the ring. Before you know it, Little Success is next. So rather than getting a ring, I just kind of waited like 10 seconds to kind of go in with him. We got in the ring, and then there was a few spots happening. And what I'd done before the show was I wanted to do a spot with an object or something, an object relevant to Mr. Success. So what I did was I stuffed a tyre down into my boot, into the top of my boot. I will not take the exit in 2 miles, you mother... This guy, honestly. The thing is, I know where I'm going now. I'm on the M25, I know where I'm going, I just can't turn him off. So I stuffed a tyre into my boot, so then I could use that to my advantage. So one of the guys I was eliminating, Ben Bryce, he was like, yeah, just come at me when I need to be eliminated. I'm like, no bother. So there I go, I get my tie out, and then I just start whipping people like a monster, like whipping people everywhere. One guy in particular, Will, he was in the Rumble he was number 2, and he was the last one to be eliminated. So he put one hell of a shift in, and he took one hell of a chop from a tie. It was incredible, a proper chop. Which I've got a video up. I'll try and put it up on the page as well. So yeah, whipped a few people with a tie. Before you know it, I wasn't in the Rumble a great deal longer than the last time I was in a Rumble, but the spot was I'm doing a feud with Mr. Fabulous. At the moment, he ruined my first introduction into Dropkixx with my promo when he didn't want to join the Macmillan Mentorship Program, and he tore up my business card in my face, to which that enraged me. I threw a clothesline at him, and he rock bottomed me. That was on my first show, and that was just a promo. I will not take the left on the next 2 lanes for the M25 to Dartford Tunnel, you son of a bitch. And so we carried that on. He eliminated me. He eliminated Little Success first, and then he was to eliminate me. That carried on as usual. I ended up, before that though, I used my tyre to tie myself to the bottom rope off the rumble and just kind of strap myself and hold on. Like I think Road Dogg done the spot in Royal Rumble 2000. I did that. And I spot the tie. He managed to get me out of the tie and throw me out. I'm taking the exit, you motherfucker. Wow, that was like the longest take exit I've ever heard in my life. So he threw me out. Went back, and the spot was that we were supposed to be running back later in. This guy's really going to town in my ear, by the way, and I'm trying to let it fuss me. So then we went, oh, okay, I've got to turn off this motherfucker. End. You. God, I'm having a feud with this guy. He's now turned off now, so those rants will no longer continue. That motherfucker. Yeah, so he threw me out, and the spot was that I would come out later on after number 30. Mr. Fabulous will still be in the ring at this point, and I don't want him to win, and I'm worried about him winning. So Mr. Success comes out again. He comes out again, just handing out business cards, just trying to make the world a better place, just trying to help a few souls. And this obviously, distracts Mr. Fabulous. And as he's distracted, Little Success, out of nowhere, runs up behind, clubs him on the back, and throws him out like a boss. And he injured his wrist as well. I think he fractured or sprained his wrist whilst he was in the Rumble beforehand. And he still went out there and he still threw his limb palm that wasn't working properly across the face of Mr. Fabulous and threw him out. And then we beat on him a little bit. I sat him down in a chair, gave him a few boots, and I threw him into projector screen, which, if anybody knows what a projector screen hanging down is like, they're very flimsy, they're not solid at all. So poor Mr. Fabulous, when he got thrown into this flimsy projector screen, had to try and sell some sort of bump whilst not damaging the venue's projector screen. And he took a bump rather eloquently, and then fell off to the side, and that was that, and that was the end of that. So that was the end of the show. It was a good one. It was a blur, honestly. You run in, I was like, oh, we'll do so much together. We'll do so much. We'll do loads of spots. We'll beat on people together. It'll be so much fun. Little Success. And then literally we got in, and I lost him. I didn't know where he was. There was so many people that it was just a blur at one point. But everything went according to plan. My friends and my boss seemed to enjoy it. I got a lot of good messages and lots of videos sent through to me. So hopefully they enjoyed it, and hopefully they're not just saying they enjoyed it just to make me feel better, but which I'm sure they are. But I'll find out as I'm on my way to them now. I'm going to go have a little kip at my mum and dad's, see them for a little bit, and then go and do the Royal Rumble thing as well. But one thing about the show that I thought was really special and really underestimated, and what I probably enjoyed the most and craved the most, and that's really strange, is afterwards we did the VIP backstage pass, where people in the crowd, they come up to you and you sign their poster. And don't get me wrong, as you're doing the show, you think, oh yeah, that went all right, I'm quite happy with that. And it's not until kids come up to you afterwards, they know your name, they know the gimmick, they've got your business card that I've tossed out. I did the whole Wolf of Wall Street throwing business cards out on my entrance again. They got the business card, and they're coming up to you, looking at you as if you're like a fucking hero to them, and they want things signed. So that part, that, I don't know whether it's me having kids or whatever, but that really hit me, and I wanted to go above and beyond for these kids and try to, ask them who their favourite wrestler was, who they enjoyed the most in the show. Really get to talk to them. And then I signed a poster, Mr. Success, and for the kids I put be good in school. And then I'd say to them, be good in school, and you can be a success like me. So hopefully inspiring people there as well. And then I think there was one mum who wanted my autograph, and I said, successful tip, brush your teeth twice a day, maybe 3. Oral hygiene is very important. So all finished. That was probably one of the most satisfying feelings is seeing people come up to you, knowing the gimmick as well. So in a way, I feel like I've done something right, even if one person came up to me and said, like, "Oh, Mr. Success, thank you." Like, wow, that's done me. And I say that's the best thing of the night, but at the end of the night, there's a box of celebrations. Everyone's packing out. We're overrun. We're all rushing to get the ring down, the seats away, and to pack up and go home. The venue staff are not very happy with us. We're packing all away. All managed to get out, and just as we're leaving, there's a box of celebrations, which I got up and thought, now's the time for a treat. Now's the time for a Twix, a mini bite Twix. Went to open it, and it hasn't even been opened yet. Oh no! And then Lucas offers it and says, that's spare, you can have it if you want, give it to the kids. I was like, okay, yeah, and this isn't going to make it home. So, to stay interactive with the audience right now, so you can feel the real emotion. I don't know if you can hear, I'm tearing one open as we speak. I've gone for a Twix. And, dear diary, jackpot. Oh, it's bounties. I'm a bounty guy. Now, the best thing about being a bounty guy and a Snickers guy is that no one eats them. I used to not like bounty and Snickers, right? And I would do the same. I'd always leave bounties and Snickers because they used to taste like shit. And I grew up and I seemed to like them. And now, so I'd be stupid not to have them. Everybody leaves them behind. So when I go to the celebrations, like, even if it's empty and people are done with it, there's at least 4 or 5 bounties in there. So, it plays to your advantage. There's a bounty going in. Oh. So, I know I say about your baseline. The last episode was about weight loss, which, by the way, I wasn't as toned as what I was the first time I was in the Rumble. But I blame Christmas for that. A few more weeks I should have been fine. But I got on about waistline and baseline, but weight loss. But after finishing a Rumble, sweating in a suit, putting a ring down, but let me paint this picture for you, right? I'm still in my suit, a full suit, pocket square, tie, top button done up, okay? I forgot my shoes, so I'm still wearing my high shine 3/4 length wrestling boots, ringside boots, high shine wrestling boots. Still wearing those. Now, underneath my suit trousers, I still have my knee pads on as well, which are sweating. They're quite hot. Now, I'm still wearing all this. That's what I had to put down the ring to. This is what I've got the headphone on, speaking to you guys. But I forgot my shoes, which I'm going to work tomorrow. Right? I'm going to work tomorrow. I forgot my shoes. So the only shoes I have to wear are my 3/4 length ringside boots. I've got my high shine boots, my wrestling boots, are the only thing I can wear to work tomorrow. So, Papa McMillan, Ewan McMillan himself, that's my dad's name, Ewan McMillan. He's got a stranger name than me. I'm raiding your cupboard. You don't even know it yet. I'm coming right now to raid your cupboard and seeing what kind of old rascals you've got I can wear that Mr. Success can wear. So I'm going to go home now, see my parents, have something to eat, and then watch the Rumble. So I suppose now would be a good time to talk about the Rumble. I'm not going to have time tomorrow to do the fan time thing, so I'm just going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. It's fan time. That's so fucking cheesy. I'm going to eat a Mars bar. Right. So let's start off. Who do I think is going to win the women's Royal Rumble? I think I said this before. I think it's Alexa Bliss. Not Alexa Bliss. Sorry. They all sound the same. Who's the ginger one? Fuck. Who's the ginger one? Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch. She'll win it, I think. She'll win the Royal Rumble, in my eyes. I don't think we'll see Ronda. We will see Ronda Rousey. We definitely will. I think she'll get eliminated by Asuka, or she'll eliminate Asuka or something, setting up some sort of brutal match, or maybe Charlotte Flair, something like that. That's what I think. That's a WrestleMania kind of match to me. Charlotte and Ronda Rousey, or Ronda Rousey and Asuka. That would be pretty good. Main one. There's so many rumours about Roman Reigns winning it. Like, why? What? Like, okay, yeah, he can win it and he can go and face Brock. Really, like, fuck off with Roman Reigns trying to win it. Unless he turns heel, which he won't, no one will care about him winning it. I like Roman Reigns, but the character, just see what's in front of your eyes, WWE. I would quite like Velveteen Dreams to debut. That would be a nice debut. I'm trying to think what other NXT people could debut. But I'm going for a Milky Way, just to kind of keep you up to date. And Velveteen Dream. Oh, what's the other guy's name? He's got Black Mass. The Amsterdam guy. I'd like to see him debut. So that's who I think will win the Royal Rumble, unfortunately, is Roman Reigns, who I'd like to win the Royal Rumble. I actually don't know. Daniel Bryan. Have that in your pipe and smoke it. Get Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble. That won't happen at all. That was a very bold shout there. I might as well have just said Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold Steve Austin. Never going to happen. I would like Elias. I would like Elias to win the Rumble, because I like Elias. He is gold to me. That whole spot with Jericho as well. And the fact he beat the crap out of John Cena on Raw 25, which was very terrible, by the way, Raw 25. There's a few good things, but the main good thing was Stone Cold and Elias and Jericho. That's it, pretty much. The end was, so yeah, those are my Rumble predictions. And yeah, that's it. So that's it for this week. That's it for this episode. Thanks for sharing this journey of my Royal Rumble day. I'm going to scoff a few more celebrations, have a Domino's, have a few beers, and then get back on it tomorrow. Get back onto the waistline tomorrow. But thank you all for listening. If you are at the show, I would love to hear any sort of feedback. I love feedback. So any sort of message criticising me, I actually like. So feel free to just message me and shit all over me, destroy me, or be nice. That'd be nice as well. But apart from that, guys, that is it from me this week. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for following my journey. And guys and girls, I'm sorry it sounds like shit as well. Bad quality in this episode. But guys and girls, I look forward to wrestling a match with you all soon. Thanks again, guys, and I'll speak to you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for following my journey. It means a lot that you're all joining me along for the ride. And not only that, I'm hoping you're getting some inspiration out of this. This is what I'm doing it for, is to try to inspire people. I try to get more people into wrestling, try to get exposure for all these guests, all these great guests and future guests. And if you guys want to help, it would be much appreciated if you could go over to iTunes and leave this podcast a review, Wrestling with Success. And I want you to be as honest as possible. If you hate the show, if you hate my voice, if you want me to speak a little bit higher, if you want me to speak a little bit lower, then please let me know on the feedback. Any sort of review. That's all I'm asking for, guys. It helps get the names out there for all the previous guests and the ones to come. Thank you again for listening. It means a lot. Much love.